On this day, the Lotus meta was broken. A defensive comp on attack, an offensive comp on defense. Welcome to Sentinels vs NRG from VCT America Stage 2. Map 1 is on Lotus, and boy did both these teams cook up something spicy. Sentinels are running a double Sentinel comp. Cypher and Deadlock are both defense specialists. The only problem? Sentinels are starting on attack. On the other side, NRG are running a Neon plus double initiator comp, along with Clove, the duelist controller. So NRG are running a hyper-aggressive, explosive comp that wants to fight. The only problem? They're starting on defense. But are these really problems? Or do both these teams have some secret tech up their sleeves? Let's find out. Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. What if there is a browser designed specifically for you? Well, there is. Let me introduce you to Opera GX, the browser created for gamers. Do you like skins? Of course you do. So you'll love the GX mods feature, which will allow you to customize your Opera GX browser in pretty much any way you want with a single click of a button. Look at all the mods you can explore and choose from in the GX store. Here, I just installed the Valorant Dark Theme mod. This package comes with a sick wallpaper and color scheme, cool keyboard and tap sounds, and background music. And best of all, from the mods menu in the sidebar, you can choose to enable or disable any individual mods based on your personal preferences. Next, Opera GX now has a built-in AI assistant Aria to enhance your browsing experience. So immediately, I had to try to see who Aria thinks is a better team. That's pretty cool. Of course, Aria can do way more than this. If you're interested in learning more, I'll leave a link in the description below. Next, we need to talk about the GX control feature. This feature will help you limit your browser's CPU and RAM usage, which helps get rid of lag when you game with multiple tabs open. Let's compare Opera GX and Chrome. As we can see here, Opera GX hogs way less resources. And finally, this is one of my favorite features, the Force Dark Pages feature. If you hate being flashbanged in game, why risk getting flashbanged out of game too? If you toggle on the Force Dark Pages feature, it will make sure you will never get blinded again, no matter the page you browse. If all these features sound amazing, you can use my link below to download Opera GX today. Welcome to the pistol round. The team that wins will gain a huge economic advantage. But more importantly, this opening round will set the tone for this match, a first glimpse into how each team plans on approaching this game. With this in mind, NRG opened with a 3-2-0 spread. No one on A, all 5 players hugging the barriers, ready to come out swinging. Because for NRG's comp, offense is the best defense. But Sentinels opened with a 2-2-1 default, a wide spread designed to systematically work the map while safely detecting aggression. Will the blades of NRG be sharp enough to slice through the net of Sentinels?
What can change, including the map pools we're heading into stage 2 itself, and aggro fast, yeah, very aggro. Stun already being offset, used. Victor taking his angle, John QT.
Down.
1 for 1. While the C push was happening, towards B, Storm peeks and draws first blood on Zekken. With the noise C, Sentinels realize that they're getting pinched, so Sentinels tether in blind B main. This pushes NRG's B players back, which lets Sentinels isolate the kill on Victor. The dust settles, NRG up, 4v3. Som smokes deep B lobby, looking to isolate another kill. But NRG are like, wait, we have the spike, just group up. At the same time, Sentinels realize no more NRG players are pushing C, while Sassy is isolated in a lone B lobby. So Sentinels call to retake B main control together.
Sentinels now being squeezed, having to use a bit of util now to see if they can pave a way back out of this fight.
It's a great idea to slow the tempo down. They have spike.
NRG slip away from Sentinels' push. Now they're all grouped up with Sentinels' spike in their hands. The ball is now in Sentinels' court. Can NRG successfully hold this position, or will Sentinels find a way in?
And now the battle becomes collecting the objective.
The spike drop down as well. Plenty players left to watch here. NRG, they're more than favored. You look at the damage across these Sentinels players, you'd have to see some miraculous shots. Fault line there just in case. We're down to a crawl.
It's so difficult to get this back. NRG's strategy has just worked excellently. Smoke dissipates, door open by tens. Can he hit a shot to turn this
fight, isn't it? If he can get anything done, but no, Som survives, and they all topple in the end.
NRG take the pistol round, making a statement, planting the seed of fear into Sentinels with their explosive C push. Okay, we just shat on them C, now it's time to show we can also do it at A. So NRG open with a 2-0-3 spread. Neon and both initiators A to fight for A main control. But Sentinels are not A. They open with the entire team C. Instead of backing off in fear of NRG's push, they call to disrespect the play and challenge it directly. It's about sending a message that we ain't no bitches. Barriers drop, NRG one-way C long. Sentinels counter it by Cypher caging the cross.
Obviously playing heavy catch-up. Bit of a prep disadvantage for the team, but they do have that slight advantage here with the crap now. I mean, just catching out Som.
1-for-1 trade. Tens picks up Som's Guardian. Ethan and Victor begin shifting C. And from the dead, Som smokes off the C choke. Sentinels run back C lobby to check the flank. They don't see anyone, so they call to silently regroup C long and re-hit C. NRG smoke fades. Sentinels start walking up. Tens throws a smoke to help them walk in, but Som responds by re-smoking the choke. This man is dead, by the way. This is the power of Clove, but Sentinels know they can't wait any longer, so they call to go through the smoke, right into NRG's strong sight.
Cam broken, on through as well. Finesse going to be feeling this kind of pressure and heat, but he still lands it at the advantage there, at least with the armor after shock. Benton Sentinels from really scaling into the back of this site, but now starting to gain some ground forwards. Finesse also going walkabouts with his head on the wrong type of swivel, looking in the complete wrong direction. A plant online for Sentinels, a bit of extra pocket change, potentially putting them into a winning position in the round as well. Depends if they can do anything with this one gun still in their hands. Nice movement, it's tidy from Ethan, cleaning it up. John QT, 15 health though, and he's got a lot more to do.
And NRG win their anti-eco. NRG up 2-0. But next round, Sentinels will be armed with a full buy. Sentinels have the weapons advantage this round, but they don't want to jump the gun. NRG could easily get aggressive and close the distance to use their weaker weapons. Sentinels don't want to get run down, so they open with a 2-0-3 default. They want to start off slow, figure out if NRG are going to get aggressive with their weaker weapons. But NRG have a slightly different plan. They open with a 4-0-1 spread. They are stacked C, ready to spring a trap play. One wrong move, one wrong choice from Sentinels will lead to their demise. And NRG don't plan on making that choice easy. The barriers drop, Som close smokes A main, opens a tree door. Ethan from Waterfall stuns A main. Som swings out tree and breaks out his Cypher cam. This looks like NRG are aggressing A, but we know that it's just a ploy to bait Sentinels into their C trap. Sentinels fade IC long, the eye scans nothing.
But this time running it as a trap play off cam contact or finesse jump spot.
Wow, my eyes are down.
Cam's broken.
They are begging Sassy to walk into Mound. Come on, it's only finesse here.
But Sentinels are like, something smells kinda sus, so they call to re-clear A. But to hide this plan, they call for Sassy to make noise C. Tens omen smoke C. It's a smoke for lurking onto site. NRG see the smoke. They're thinking, this means Sentinels are probably working up long right now. But in reality, Sentinels are walking up A. Sassy kicks out his tether and throws it at a choke. NRG dodge it. And off that, they call to spring the trap now.
A 42-year-old that can't. Come on!
Sassy gets pushed back. He's coming. They're pushing C. Go A, go A. NRG see no one long. They realize it's just a fake. They immediately start rotating A, but it's too late. Sentinels are already running up A. It's just Som anchoring site alone.
Is it? That's just the trap.
Of course not. No, of course.
Celsius would never call out finesse saying he's a 42-year-old. Never.
But they worked their way towards the A side anyway. It's open for them. Especially with that kill there onto Som. Remember, still have the impact playing the Clove.
I know exactly where.
All grouped up from NRG. It's a bonus round for them as well, so the weaponry is a little bit weaker. See if they can make their mark. No theft. Gonna be spotting up most of them. Sentinel's post-plan position as well. It's pretty immaculate here. It's hard to see them even losing this one. Stuns set up. Able to catch the contact of any of these players here with the horn. Dealt with. Finesse though, right from the side. Grab net.
Oh, no.
Oh boy! TP just about, but still the stuns are coming through. Plenty of them where that came from. Wingman, defuse, nade, rebounds. Gonna be broken here. Gotta get bodies onto this one for any chance of winning. Sticking, crashes forwards all the way, but not.
And Zelsis aces NRG to win Sentinels the round. It was looking dangerous for Sentinels after NRG util bombed Tens in tree, but the rest of Sentinels were A main, and they called to fight together, which paved the path for Zelsis to get an ace. Sentinels strike back, it's 2-1. Both teams are on full buys. This is where the game truly begins, because the team that loses this round will be the first team to go bankrupt. Sentinels open with a 2-2-1 default, the same default as round 1. They want to safely and slowly work B and C control, but unlike round 1, they have a new piece of tech to add to the strat. NRG see that John QT is one off his deadlock ult. They want to deny him the C orb, so they're all grouping up C to open with a 4-0-1 spread. It's a C trap again. The round starts, Zek and his Sassy walk up B. Towards C, Tens throws in the Omen Smoke next to Mound. This Omen Smoke is a middle finger to the defenders holding the initial long angle, allowing attackers to cross and lurk up Mound. So Sentinels throw it on their default to discourage NRG from pushing C. But NRG see this Omen Smoke and they realize, hey, we can also use this smoke to walk up long. Finesse pops a Cypher cam, he sees no one behind the smoke. At this time, Sassy prowls from B, completely clearing B main. NRG hear this, they know Sentinels could be setting up a C pinch. How will NRG respond?
Just run it back. Slight variation as they walk into Mound here.
Taking a lot of space here. Oh, Tens, he's eager for the first engagement, now realizing he's going to be caught and trapped. The TPs!
Victor mows down John QT and Tens. Sentinels' B players open the door to help fight C long, but Finesse responded by caging the door, denying the reinforcements. But Sassy, Fade Eye up high, it scanned Finesse and he gets spammed through his own Cypher cage. The dust settles, it's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of NRG. Sentinels know that C long is lost, so they decisively walk into B, knowing this is a gap in the defense. NRG grab the C long orb, the rewards for their efforts. Then they group up and slowly re-clear their flank, knowing that there could be a Sentinels player behind them. But Sentinels are still on B, and Zelsis is regrouping with the spike in hand.
For Sen, you're right, Brett. They've found a bit of space here, and NRG gave up so much of the rest of the map by stacking 4 players on C, as they have been doing for a lot of their defense rounds. They are Sen overthinking this though.
Go on walkabouts.
And into crashes.
Crashes has got his back to all of them, essentially. He's just watching a slight pixel angle, I think, from this position. And yeah, he is none the wiser, it seems like. And gaps in the defensive protocols there.
The heaven flank succeeds and Crashes falls. Sentinels take the A site. So now we enter a 3v3 post plant. Remember, whichever team loses this round will go broke. How will both these teams play this?
Said it was a fake over towards B, but maybe just expecting Sen to be trying to draw out defensive utility, not going for a big push like that. Yeah. It was bold.
It was a crazy play.
Still
them into a 3v3.
Drop in a smoke.
Smoke's now down again. Zelsis hearing all this noise being made. Victor is well ahead of the rest of his team. Medal rebounds. Low HP in the end, but not enough for the kill. And Zek is still holding his ground in from the side. Sassy will strike.
And Sentinels tear down NRG. They tie up the score 2-2 while bankrupting NRG. This round is kind of terrifying. 4 players in the lobby are 1 off their ults. This means any kills from either team will snowball like none other. NRG are thinking, hey, Sentinels know that we want to contest the ult orb C or A, meaning our B will be open and they might take advantage of that. With that in mind, NRG open with a 1-3-1 spread. It's a meat grinder setup in B, so now the ball's in Sentinels' court. They open with a 3-1-1 default. How will Sentinels navigate this round? The barriers drop, Sentinels post up C and B, ready for a push. Towards A, Som smokes A main and opens a tree door. He swings out and breaks Zelsis' camera. Som is showing a lot of presence to A, hoping to bait Sentinels to push elsewhere. At the same time, Sentinels fade eye C long. The eye scans nothing. Since no one's pushing, Sentinels scale up. Finesse jump peeks and gets spotted. Wait, this is like round 3 where NRG sprung their C trap after Finesse jump peeked. Finesse is trying to make it look like that round so that Sentinels end B right into NRG's stack. Zek sprints forward, then backs off. He's trying to bait out NRG's trap. The cage goes down, no push is seen, so Sentinels walk up.
Don't have that wall to wall up, Post people up,
There.
wall down.
They hear NRG Cypher Cam towards B, so Sentinels know that NRG could either have their trap set up B, or NRG are doing a really late push C. And in an instant, Sentinels hatch a play. JongQT steals the ult orb, making noise to bait out a push. Then they open the door, smoke C, nade close C. Door cracks open, no player spotted. Zelsis walks up B lobby and doesn't spot a Cypher Cam. With that play, Sentinels safely cleared B main while making sure they can't get pushed from C. NRG are still waiting in their B setup. With no response from NRG at all, Sentinels call to end C. They Roomba in, JongQT lines up his cage for waterfall. NRG realize Sentinels are hitting C. They break their B setup. Zelsis spams B main for fun and chaos. NRG are like, wait, a lurker's trying to make random noise. Let's kill this guy. At the same time, Sassy eyes sight. C is cleared, so Sentinels push onto C, while towards B, Ethan stuns B lobby, Crashes flashes out. But Zelsis is long gone. The master baiter. Tens TPs onto the box C to help fight the flank with Zelsis, while Zekin takes space CT.
Just locks him out from playing the flood retake. So NRG can't really play into this one, but they're still holding for this. Util in their hands as well, spotting all these bodies. Well, flashed up! A little bit late and delayed, 1-for-1. Giving away the rifle.
Yeah, no one with Zekin.
My territory.
Drops back. Ults now have to be committed here. Annihilation. Actually didn't connect. Ethan. Tasty little treat for him. Pulled and backed away here and still walking down that Mount Avenue.
So tilting.
And Sentinels win round 5, taking the lead 3-2. 4 ults for NRG, 3 ults for Sentinels. Ethan is one off his breach ult, Zekin is one off his raise ult. This means nearly every player in this lobby can completely turn the tides of this round with a single click of a button. This round is about to be nuclear. Sentinels open with a 2-2-1 default. This opening seems to be Sentinels' answer to deal with NRG's aggressive team comp. NRG open with a 2-1-2 spread. They have Breach Stun ready for A main, Gecko Molly ready for root, and Victor is going to open the door. NRG want A main control this round. The barriers drop, Victor opens the door, Zelsis cams A main.
Beginning of this round, no util being used, even on the cam.
Victor gets spotted by the cam and breaks it. While this was happening, towards C, NRG one-way C long. Sassy fade eyes long, it gets instantly broken. So Tens Omen smokes mound, Sassy prowlers long. Finesse breaks the prowler, JongQT nets the choke in response. While all this noise was happening C, Zekin and Tens begin walking up B. Towards A, NRG have A main control, so Ethan farms the ult orb, his breach ult is now online. Since A is quiet, NRG all begin rotating C while Crashes anchors A. Remember, NRG know that Sentinels are one off their raise ult. Since they already took the A orb, they know that the only orb Sentinels can take is the C orb, so NRG call to stack C and play retake B and A with their ults. Sentinels have B main control now. What's the next call? Tens, Omen smokes across A main. JongQT regroups B main with the spike, so Sentinels want to re-clear A to fake an A hit and end B. Sassy fade prowls inside the smoke. It detects nothing. Crashes responds by Gecko mauling A main. Sentinels slowly creep up B. Sentinels ping that there could be a player rubble, so Sassy fade eyes A main, it clears everything. Aim in control is Sentinels. But off all this A noise, NRG C players call to push C long for info. A great response, but will it be too late? Sentinels are at the doorstep of B.
But walking their way over towards the B site. One trip to stop them.
And Ethan's just put away his fault line. He was thinking about stunning off this trip contact.
There.
Purely contact up until...
Zekin's on B, but the rest of Sentinels don't follow up. They're wary of NRG fast retaking with their breach ult. Zekin then paths towards A, where Zelsis and Sassy are. Sentinels are calling to end A, so JongQT rotates through spawn with a spike. But NRG are pushed up C.
The play straight into the site to cut
The spike is at such danger.
Rotating away, now it's dropped down. No man's land, full control now for NRG and chaos.
30 seconds
That's where the round's been thrown into. With only 30 seconds left. At risk of a Melons moment, but we'll see if it ends up playing like this one. And Sentinels just make the call to save. Who's backing away? No, they've got the ult.
No, they've got the ult to play with here. So Tens is going to be able to pick that up. You can't deny it with just one player.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a travesty.
I mean, a fall line. Okay, rolling thunder to try and deny this one. Still, Zekin's got enough time. Down below, stuns up, second plant, sticks it, but eventually falls.
What a back and forth round. NRG catching JongQT rotating with the spike, Sentinels responding by securing A site before Omen ulting to grab back the spike. Then Sentinels got 2 more picks while the spike was getting planted, but NRG instantly Gecko and breach ulted the site, completely erasing putting the rest of Sentinels on the fast retake. NRG strike back. They tie up the score 3-3. Sentinels open with their usual 2-2-1 default. They have to play this way since they can't afford to get deleted by an NRG rush. But NRG haven't pushed in a while now. Why can't Sentinels just loosen up and... Wait, NRG are pushing this round. They open with 4-player C, ready to aggress C long.
It's looking like they want to fight over here. Is it going to be some kind of trap? No, they're just shoving it in.
4 players going forward, stuns. A bit of friendly fire, Barrio.
And NRG's push gets shut down. NRG did their set C push with their flashes and stuns, but Victor's little toe tripped over his own stun, slowing himself down. With that split-second delay, John QT and Sassy both back off while Tenz and Zekken double post for the push, which results in Zekken taking down Victor. Fantastic protocols from Sentinels, operating in pairs with everyone on the same page. Finesse opens the B main door, hoping to find an equalizing pick. He peeks with Ethan, but sees nothing B main. Sentinels see all this and they're saying, hey, they're pushing C and B. A should be free. Go away, go away. So Sentinels all group up and sprint towards A.
On the neon.
Som takes contact. He knows Sentinels are coming. How long can he stall for?
Sort of presence of the players over towards A. It's up to him to see if he can be a stalwart defender. But he's got Zekken with a showstopper to deal with. Still, instant ult, popped off, satchels. Just evade him with the movement. Still, he can't evade the rocket.
And note for a note, Sentinels up 5v3.
Players moving into position from NRG. Already FNS looking for that early face. Drop down towards Pit. Wingman going to be missing his mark, and that just leaves and crashes none the wiser.
The player advantage snowballed hard, and Sentinels flawlessly take the round. Sentinels up 4-3. NRG are broke, so they have to get creative this round. They open with a 2-0-3 spread. Well, technically a 2-1-2 since there's a breakable door in the way. So NRG are focusing on the mains this round, but Sentinels also have different plans. They're finally switching up from the slow default and are starting 4A this round. Sentinels want to take a main control off the rip, with both teams eyeing a main. How will this round go?
Neon, that's not going to help.
It's a rough one.
Zekken deletes crashes for first blood. At the same time towards C, NRG one way and Cypher cam out. Sentinels also throw one way and a fade eye. Som instantly breaks the fade eye. Sentinels are faking pressure towards C, but at A, crashes die to Zekken and Victor peeks out of the door and spots 3 players. So now, NRG know the location of every single Sentinels player. With this info, Finesse and Som begin rotating A, leaving a Cypher cam to hold C long. Som smokes off A main, slowing Sentinels down. So Sentinels call a cut noise and just hold.
A variety of defensive setups. But I think also the composition is just requiring them to play more aggressively. Having double initiator in this spot, you don't really want to be playing for info necessarily. You want to be trying to use that initiator utility to bring the fight to Sen.
Yeah.
Sentinels split up, 3 players with the spike walking B, 2 holding A main. NRG settle into their setup too. 2A link, 1 stairs, 1 tree.
It's still only early on round 8, but it feels like Sen are running away with it right now. They have just lost their big ult cycle, so there's a chance here for NRG to get back into things, but probably not in this round.
Or open wide, just bait out bits and pieces of the utility from NRG. They got their sights set towards B, and that's a lovely combo. C somehow not connecting into the corner there, so some surviving 4 now, but...
And in the blink of an eye, Sentinels run over NRG. That was a perfect read from Sentinels. Earlier on, they saw the breakable door left up, but at low health. Now, why would NRG leave the door up like that? So Sentinels suspect that NRG have a trap set up in A link. With that read, they split up, 3B, 2A. Then John QT opened the door to make noise, then netted breakable, expecting a push. He gets counter breach stunned, as expected. So immediately, Sentinels' B players activate. Tenz omen blinds a link. Then they followed up with the suck nade combo, deleting Finesse and getting Som low. With energy set up in shambles, Sentinels spam kill Ethan Heaven. Zelsus, the A-lurk, picks off Victor, all while Zekken and Sassy run down Som. NRG slam the timeout button. During their timeout, NRG realized that although their comp is good at trap setups, that alone isn't enough to win. So they came to 2 conclusions. 1, they need to control at least 2 of the 3 lanes to limit Sentinels' macro options. 2, if they're doing C aggression, Sentinels are obviously going to pivot A. In that scenario, they need someone who can actually anchor the site, like Cypher, instead of Clove Gecko or Neon. With all this in mind, NRG opened with a 2-2-1 spread. Neon Gecko C ready to contest C long, Clove breach B for a B main setup, and Cypher solo anchoring A. But Sentinels know that NRG are up to something, so they call to massively change it up to throw a wrench in whatever NRG is cooking. Since Sentinels just showed that they can go A off the start, they have a read that NRG are now going to invest more resources in securing A control. So Sentinels opened with a 4-0-1 spread. 4 players ready to rush C long. Remember their mount smoke? Sentinels haven't shown that they can go fast with it yet. So this round, they call to show that card. With both teams armed with their game plan, the round begins.
A long time. It's only Ethan really that's been integrated, and they've known Ethan, they've played with Ethan.
Deep smoke. What is that? It's beautiful. Keen eye from Victor and even sharper aim. It's rattling away the shots, but the Tracer reveal his position, and Sassy does return that fire. Earns himself a kill. Still, the spike has been chopped down in the middle of nowhere, and Util's going to have to be expended here to try and push back and away these players. NRG. When you even realize this?
When you see that the spike is down in uncomfortable spots like this, it's just...
Som fends off the pack of Sentinels by himself. The spike is still stuck out in the open, so Sentinels call to change their approach. They split up, 2B main, 1C lobby. Since contesting the one-way smoke is a death trap, Sentinels want to pinch C long through doors.
Just weren't expecting NRG to be that aggro and fight inside 10 smoke like that. Now this time, of course, they don't have the Omen ult to be able to go and retrieve that, so they've got to try to create some angles elsewhere. They're hoping that NRG are playing super heavy still around Mound, trying to deny them from taking that area, but it's only Som that's been left.
Okay. Just open up the door to 2 players though.
Som gets pushed back. Sentinels take C long and retrieve the spike. Time is ticking down. NRG settle into a 2-1-1 spread, but Sentinels make the final call to rotate A.
30 seconds into the round, full Cypher setup.
30 seconds
FNS though, he's playing up close and personal, way ahead of his setup.
Finesse spots Zelsus. He backs off with the info gained. So Zelsus pivots away from A towards B, where Sassy is already working onto site. 20 seconds left.
It's going to be the goal still. Going to be slowed down and stunted. Fault line missing. Being held off the contact of Ethan. What is the call now? Over towards B is really the only option for Sentinels. You're going to try and lock this one down. Not going to be pushed back and prevented from planting. So an extension into the round for Sentinels themselves. Double phase is nice. NRG. Cool, calm and collected.
My God, man, that is nasty from Crashies. Zek and the final player looking to hold off the Horde. This is looking like NRG have got themselves in a great situation to convert.
A 1v4 is just not possible.
Zekin decides to save. That was a huge play from Crashies. He heard the spike being planted close, so he guessed that Sentinels were going to aggress C-Link. He gave a quick jiggle, then waited for Som to double swing. And then he lands a crazy spray transfer to win the round for NRG. After last round, Sentinels are like, okay, maybe gamble rushing against NRG's comp isn't the way to go. So this round, they go back to a passive default, a 1-3-1 spread. As for NRG, they open with the exact same setup as the last round. Sentinels still haven't seen NRG set up B and A yet. Well, until now. The barriers drop, Sassy slowly walks up B while his teammates post up for him.
Seems to be the major adjustment they made coming out of the tag timeout. And Som on a pretty filthy off angle, without the ult to be able to play it.
Stun baited out, no kills found, no noise made. And with no info towards A, NRG make a read. Crashies and Ethan both shift towards A, leaving Victor and Som to hold the C and B lines. Now, Sentinels don't see anything pushing either. Zelsus' cam spots nothing close A, so he pops the Cypher cage to cross to rubble. Then, the rest of Sentinels begin shifting A while they leave Sassy B to lurk.
Sentinels have been doing a good job of trying to play it cautiously.
Yeah, they're always
Bait
baiting
out
it
at
out.
Util, yeah. Pull it out ahead of time. That is filthy.
Didn't need the second bullet.
Yeah.
Sentinels are still committed to contacting up A, but NRG are already stacked here.
Listen, we're shaking off the rust. It's been over a month.
Sen have fallen into NRG's trap here.
Contact taken. Ethan gets ready to flash off a Finesse's trip while Zekin sneaks into the stair smoke. JungQT walls behind Zekken. Sentinels know that if NRG are playing sight, then they'll be able to hear the wall stairs, so they might not expect Zekken to be pushed past the wall alone. But it doesn't change the fact that now Zekken has no way out. Is this a genius strat or workplace harassment? Sentinels then begin their execute. They net sight, one-way heaven, omen blind sight. Ethan responds with a stun, stopping Sentinels' push. But it was just a fake push. Sentinels just wanted to bait out NRG's util and make noise for Zekken to activate on his alert. But Crashies is aware of the push.
There's here. And it meant this. The fact that the deadlock wall was used.
Zekken decides to not go any further. His team's been silent for a second too long. But with Zekken in a tough spot, plus knowing that NRG have players on A, Sentinels called to take space elsewhere.
Paying too much attention to it, but he absolutely is.
Still watching, he's going to be taking a fight in the reclear.
He didn't clear it properly.
Second who gets just the timing right against him. Storm on the off angle. Doesn't catch it. Not a single player to be found there. All dropping down now. NRG. This game of timing. Zekken's just spotted on the line and up in a two-piece. Only the one though. Instantaneous with the trade. Victor through there with the slide and the glide, but he just can't make it happen. Ethan's too low, really. Surely it's an impossibility.
And Som has only got 50 credits here as well. So I think ideally Ethan does actually want to save this.
With 19 HP and a 1v2, Ethan calls to save. Sentinels strike back. The B main default worked well last round, so Sentinels called to open with the same 1-3-1 default. But NRG see that Sentinels have both Raze and Fade ult. Both of those ults are good on B. So NRG called to get off B, let Sentinels waste their ults executing onto an empty site, but contest C and A. So NRG opened with a 2-0-3 spread. The barriers drop, Sentinels stay posted while Sassy walks up B lobby. Victor opens the door A and walks out Rubble. He sneaks right past Zeus' sleeping Cypher cam. At the same time, Sassy prowlers front B. It clears B main and close left before getting broken by Ethan. Towards A, with Victor inserted Rebel, Crashies walks up with a supporting flash in hand.
And the win cons of this comp.
And of course, NRG's comp usually would.
Ooh! Zeus pops his camera, but it doesn't see Victor. Zeus pops his cage to pressure the aiming cross to Rubble. But little does he know, NRG has full info and knows that Sentinels aren't A yet. Sentinels are coming. Hey, no one is close B, so there's no B trap. There's no one close A, so they aren't contesting A. So NRG are probably contesting C. With this in mind, Sentinels begin slowly grouping up C while their cage is pressuring A.
In this specific matchup, they're having to force the fights early a lot more.
Whoa, that's early.
Raze ult used, no one is mound. Can Zekken still find value out of the ult?
Swan and the Sanchez have all been used up. Second. Let's rip there with the ult. At least still the rocket rebounds. Som still healthy.
Zekken falls back. At this exact time, Sassy walks up B. Sentinels are calling, okay, we Raze ulted, got onto C, broke the trip. NRG are probably rotated C now. Let's pivot to a B hit with Fade ult. But NRG aren't going to let Sentinels go that easily.
Back off the side.
Broken all of Finesse's utility. Lost a little bait peek and now they're heading into B.
Okay, Nightfall being used, faking that presence and pressure applied over towards the B side.
JungQT picks off Som at C. Sassy just saw Gecko and breach util B. And off all the noise just now, Victor breaks Sentinels' Cypher trip A before backing off. But this means Sentinels now know that NRG have Clove Cypher C, breach Gecko B, and the final player, Neon, flanking A. With all this info, Sentinels called to hit C, the site where they just got a pick and the site with no Cypher utils and Zekken broke it earlier.
How many more connections, but what is a site that Sentinels want to land on? It looks like they're uncertain themselves. They don't even know it. They double face it, straight through. The trades this time, advantageous. All for Sentinels.
That stun's very annoying for Crashies to deal with. He doesn't want to give away his positioning because he feels like he has a good timing. That means he can't really shoot.
Yeah, any noise being made, and he would have been stunned up anyway. Dead to right.
Sentinels breaking NRG's ankles, take round 11. This is the final round of the half. Sentinels have a ton of extra credits since they're on a winning streak, so Zekken buys an op on attack. Sentinels called to open with a slow 2-2-1 default like usual. This is what's been working best, no need to change it up. NRG opened with a 1-1-3 spread. This is different than usual. This is because NRG have to get creative since they're on a force buy. The round begins.
Everything's still on the line and back to this set play over towards C.
Or at least feigning like it.
Faking it.
NRG faked a C push, which pushes Sentinels back. Then NRG lean towards towards A, hoping that Sentinels would pivot A off that fake C aggression, but Sentinels remain calm. They hear no more noise towards C. Sassy walks up B main, prowlers forward. It gets broken from sight. While noise is being made B, the pack of Sentinels slowly re-clears C.
Sight, hoping that Sentinels will go for a fast pivot over towards B and A where they stacked all of these players.
Yeah, but the problem is...
First blood for Sentinels. At the same time, Zelsis pops a Cypher Cage A, peeks out and breaks Finesse's deep Cypher Cam, which he heard placed at the start of the round. Note the timing of Zelsis' peek. Despite knowing NRG's camera was rubbled the entire time, he decides to peek only after Zekin got his pick C. This is to hide Sentinels' intentions, so NRG won't be able to tell whether Sentinels are committing A or C. After breaking NRG's camera, Zelsis gets in his cam. Som hears this and immediately breaks it, re-pressuring A main for NRG. With Zelsis' cage still up, Som uses this as cover to grab the all orb while Finesse walks forward to protect Som with his stinger. But Sentinels are still playing it slow. Som then shoots a few Guardian shots from afar to bait for Finesse before backing off. Those shots seem very sus, Sentinels are thinking, so they call to re-clear A main.
In the opposite direction, so it doesn't get the value, and now Finesse has been baited in.
This is absolutely...
Finesse finds a kill. Crashes Gecko ult's front B off that pick. The ult clears all of B main and B lobby, and it gets broken at the last second. But now NRG know that A and B are cleared, so Sentinels are probably going C. So NRG call to pinch spawn off this info.
Fully movement though, just about broken. Just about broken, and still Sassy holding his ground down with a rifle in hand.
And Sentinels punish NRG's push. The patience and discipline from Sentinels is world class. NRG can't seem to aggress without running into someone posted for them. Sentinels just saw the Gecko Flash B main plus the gunshots A main, so they know exactly where the last two NRG players are. With this info, they run to the open C site to get the free plant. A 4v2 in favor of Sentinels. NRG would need a miracle to win this round.
Extremely unlikely 2v4 towards the end.
I mean, with the time already burnt off the clock, Som took a marathon sprint man just to get there.
I don't see how this one's possible.
It really doesn't look possible
John
at
has
all.
stuns in the post plan and the ult to work
Yep,
with.
annihilation. It's already holding it. Oh, missed it. Yep, dodged. But again, the time's ticking. You can hear it onto the spike, and as soon as that's...
And Tens finishes off Som for Sentinels to end the half up 8-4.